Hello peeps, Drakken here. Glad you tuned in to hang out a bit. Last episode we established 2 of our 3 campus areas and gave them a very high probability to skip level 2 and become renowned after the first academic year right away. I did underestimate the cost though. And this, along with some unfortunate questionable decision making, led the city treasury to the brink of collapse. Which is why this episode is recorded at Friday in-game time. The city just required the entire Thursday to recover. Okay, so the first task at hand is to generate more income. And how to better do that than creating an amusement park and level it up. Okay, I gonna leave the park just as it is right now, for it is supposed to level up a few times, so I'm not going to prettify it yet before all the stuff that it is going to get through the levels is placed in it. We have more urgent issues to take care about. Since I made a switch to a centralized garbage solution using waste transfer facilities and waste processing complexes, the quality of garbage collection has been a thorn in my eye. Through the crisis, it actually led to abandonment. The issue is that those humongous waste transfer facilities have such a little storage capacity that they instantly fill up, and because of low capacity, slow down collecting garbage. The waste processing complexes are supposed to collect their collected trash and then recycle it while also creating energy. The issue is they are just not greedy enough. They have trucks available, but instead of sending them out, they're just chilling. And this is not a congested route issue or anything. They just need to pass a little stretch that is busy but moving, and then they'd have a free highway pretty much leading them straight to this particular waste transfer facility. It really baffled me that Colossal Order left this unfixed in the game for over a year, or how old ever the Sunset Harbor DLC is. Anyway, I proposed a solution in the City Skylines modding Reddit that would make them greedy as but since there is no fix available right now, I just have to return to a garbage collection that actually works. I also tried using the more effective Transfer Manager continued mod, but with no real effect regarding this issue. Actually, through its service locally first approach, it eventually just made things worse. I mean, this particular waste transfer facility was empty all the time because of its close distance to the processing complexes. Okay, I checked out the more efficient transfer mod, and it seems it would make sense to keep it for later when the city has really grown. But because of the increased traffic the warehouse first setting causes, I'd like to make some little adjustments regarding our warehouses. Regarding the financial collapse, I got news. The bad news is we still need to fix stuff in the city, and we are still running at 12% taxes to recover our bank balance. The good news are we prepared the last part of the city for the overhaul beautification project, which resulted in losing about 10k population. This is how I managed to get 3 new unique building unlocks out of that situation. We need people back quickly, ergo let's lower the taxes and get an unlock for it. We would have gone into the negative bank balance anyway, but this way we prevented an even worse slow recovery. Next on the list is a junction that kinda troubles me a bit, for it is not ideal. It is a 4-way interchange somehow, but to go from the tunnel onto the highway or from the highway into the tunnel, there are no direct connections. You have to use the bridge and make kind of a U-turn to get on the outbound lane again to continue on your path. I didn't expect that much traffic taking those routes. I'm considering this to be more of a temporary issue though. Right now there are barely any destinations behind the bridge, so of course everyone wants to get on it. If there would be more traffic heading towards the roundabout though, that would leave gaps resulting in less of a backup on this ramp. I have no intention of fixing the interchange entirely right now, because we are going to return to it with a different matter in one of the next episodes, so changing it now would hinder us more later. But what I'm thinking is we probably could create at least one more destination not connected through that bridge by building another junction here. Alright, a few cars are using this exit here. That's cool, because every car that's using that one is not standing in line on that ramp. But I noticed something else. Lots of those cars waiting here in line are actually private cars which want to get to places. Quiz question: how to get private cars off your streets? Right, we probably should start fixing the public transport. Metro is the main way to get around in the city, and at the same time putting down metro I consider pretty boring. So I'm cutting out most of it, but you guys let me know if you feel different about this for the future. I'll show you the entire metro network when I'm done, no worries. The thing that makes this metro fix particularly boring is that I have to replace an old station asset that comes from pre-Sunset Harbor for newer ones, because with the Sunset Harbor DLC they lengthened the stations, so this older asset every once in a while derails our trains. And I would really like to use the underground trains from the Vehicles of the World DLC, so we need those post-Sunset Harbor station assets. We ran out of money to continue our metro renewal project, so we need to do something else to build up some more money. I want to return to the initial 9% tax rate, but before we can do that, we need more tax-paying inhabitants. A good opportunity to do the business district I promised in the last episode. The idea is to use small roads, then have a park or plaza in the center, and then zone around that with very small footprints. And then also leave gaps in between, that's very important for the looks. And those gaps we can fill up with additional passes or trees and shrubbery and stuff like that. But make the entire area like tall growing buildings. But because of the small footprint, they are just becoming mid-rises kind of, so the perfect transition between the high-density residentials, which are still kind of lowish, into the real downtown areas where the skyscrapers are going to be. Basically having a commercial office zone that kind of acts as a buffer, also between highway and residential area, but also between very low density, then the European style high density residentials. Then on the other side on the highway, pretty much the downtown area is going to start with all the really high growing stuff. So that's how it looks like. You let me know if you think I did succeed, kind of. In between shots, I finished the metro system, so that's why a lot of money is missing. Let's quickly check out our amusement park, because it was going to level. We just received 2 new little things, so I added those, and then I added another park cafe and restrooms for the side entrance, because that would give us the additional attractiveness to level the entire park a bit faster. Alright, so this is the metro network we have right now. So new are this line attaching over here to the one that goes parallel to the monorail and then into this area. This one, which is pretty important because it has a direct stop in the leisure commercial center, and then has like 2 residential zones on either end, which makes, you know, the stations around here pretty busy. Also included this one that's new, that basically connects twice here at the varsity sports arenas, and then has a connection to the central hub, and besides that just residential on the other side. That one also for the baseball stadium, but then drifts up again into a residential area. It's not going to be that busy, but at least those people have an additional route to get to the sports events. Yeah, pretty much you can see it's all very well connected. I adjusted the trains according to the actual demand. The question is, did we fix our junction? It's not looking bad actually. Well, it's not like 7-8 o'clock should be rush hour prime time thing, but I think we have done a pretty good job here. Now here are a lot of cars standing, and that is a way bigger issue. That is the issue of having only one cargo rail terminal here that pretty much has to support all the city, right? Well, I think in one of the next episodes it is time to put in another 1 or 2 of those. So one thing I have to do is turn down the taxes, because we are making enough money again. The only thing we would have to wait now for is our amusement park leveling up again. Let's see, how are you doing? You're doing pretty good. Making us 300 every 10 minutes. That's not bad. Thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a like if you liked it. Bye.